Grant Moley from Optimum Fitness, biomechanics coach as well as corrective exercise specialist. Today what I'm going to take you through is just a quick cricket warm-up, and the main aspect of this is to prepare your body for better performance and ultimately better recovery as well. Again, you can use this before and after, but ideally what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using movement, because what I'd like to do is prepare your muscles for movement, where at the end you could use these as a static hold. But for now we're going to go through gentle, slow, rhythmical movements. So first of all, what I'm going to do is going to start with the calf complex. I'm going to work my way up through my body. So the first movement, what I'd like you to do from that position, just going to walk your feet up, and from there just place your heels down. Again, the more I push my stomach in towards it, the bigger stretch I'm going to get back into my calves. Again, I'm going to hold for 2 seconds, nice and slowly back up, and slowly back up, and pop that down. From that position you can go sort of up to 10 repetitions of that, just a 2-second hold. The next one, what you're going to look at, is going to look at the hip complex. So from that position, what I'd like you to do is just going to try and draw the belly button in, tuck the bum into the touch. So what we're going to do is try and aim for the front of the hip. If you do feel it in the back, what I want you to do is try and tuck the bum a little bit more, try and get more in the hip. So from there we're going to do a slow, rhythmical movement to start off with. Again, what we're going to do now is we're going to increase the amount of tension, and also increase the flexibility, especially for bowlers in this position. It's going to help reduce the amount of tension placed in the spine as well. So from there we're just going to go nice and slowly, and just with a slight rotation, making sure we keep the hip nice and level, and slowly back up. So that's going to be the hip complex. The next one we're going to go is the adductor magnets. So from that position, again, I'm going to try and get my elbow down towards my ankle, and from that position what I'm going to do is I'm going to include my hamstring at the same time. So I'm going to go from that position. Could just go from that position, straighten out very gently, but ideally what we're going to do is increase that range of motion. So you're going to go elbow down, and from that position I'm going to go into an athletic stretch. Well, stretch, and you'll feel a big stretch underneath there. From that position I'm going to then go back down again, and then back up into that position. Again, 10 repetitions will be ideal. The next one which you're going to go through on this one is I'm going to start with a nice iron cross exercise to help increase the flexibility around our hips. So from that position, just nice and comfortable, I'm going to lift my leg up, and from there just nice and slowly down. Keeping my shoulder on the ground, because what I want to do is keep this as an anchor so it can create tension through our body. So from that, just lower it down, just up and over. Now the next exercise may not be that comfortable for those of us who have got hip problems or that, but ideally what we're trying to do is increase that range. So I want to only move as comfortable as you can feel. So the next one's going to be what we call scorpions. So we're going to lie face down, and again from that position just going to try and take our foot over towards our hand, nice and slowly back down, and then just nice and slowly back into that position. From there what I'm going to do is look at increasing the rotation around my thoracic spine as well. So again, from that position we're just going to get our knees together, hands into that position, but all I'm looking at is to rotate on the outside of my foot, keeping the shoulder down, nice and slowly in and out. Okay, so from that, so that's pretty much going to look at the lower body. Now there are some other exercises specifically for you that can be advised, but those are sort of the general exercises, looking at the hip complex, looking at the outside, and again also the last one which I'm going to show you is the hamstring complex. And again, from that position, lying on your back, just going to grab the back of your leg. You can put it across a touch if you like, but from there we're just going to bring it up, and then bring your toe into that position to increase the stretch into the calf and the hamstring. You're going to relax it nice and slowly down. Again, a 2-second hold for 10 repetitions. From that position what I'd like to do is going to go and look more at our upper body. So again, we can start with gentle rotations just in that position, keeping our hips nice and relaxed, just again looking for the rotation. Now what we can do is we can increase the rotation through our hips as well, or ideally keep them nice and still for 10 repetitions and then increase it with hip rotation as well. From there what I'd like you to do is going to get your elbows nice and close, just to get the rotator cuffs nice and warmed up, and from that position I'm just going to rotate, keep my head nice and tight, nice and slowly in, again for 10 repetitions. From that position what I'm going to do from there, I'm just going to rotate up, trying to keep the upper traps nice and relaxed, just rotate into that position and then back down, rotate back into that position and back down, and from there just keeping the arms nice and relaxed. Next one what I'd like you to do is going to get your elbows in from that position, and we're just going to get the shoulder blades nice and loose, but what I'd like you to do with these is we're just going to go different ranges of motion, again keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed, just going up. Now to get ourselves into a little bit more an athletic movement, what I'd like you to do from that position, you're just going to get yourself open, just trying to keep that knee just moving over, keeping that calf nice and nice as well. Keep the knee centered over the calf. Just allow yourself just to stretch into that movement. So again, just nice and trying to open up that body, especially for the bowlers, very important. We could open up that foot a little bit more if you want to open up this hip a touch more, but ideally just change the little positions, making sure that we just keep increasing that range of motion. So ideal will be the same, do the opposite side again, just going into that movement, just trying to release and open up the front of our body. From that position, what we're going to do is just going to start with little circles, just ready for the throwing aspect of cricket as well. Just nice circles, and again also important for bowling and for batting as well. So small little circles, slightly bigger circles, and then nice big circles, just sort of for 15-20 seconds on each side, and then going backwards as well. Last one, what you're going to do just to help make sure the shoulders stay nice and relaxed. From there, we're just going to do saws, but the main aspect from there is to get the shoulder blades moving, not necessarily working just from the elbows, and that will help increase our performance, our recovery, and also our preparation for the first ball that we're going to face, or the first ball we're going to bowl, and really to help improve your cricket performance and help reduce injury. Thank you. I'm Grant Moley from Optimum Fitness. Thank you very much for joining me today.